Welcome to ATO Unfiltered, where we talk about all things mental and behavioral health. We interview incredible individuals to dive deep into their stories of aspiring, thriving, and overcoming. Connect with us to discover emotional understanding and find resources to help you live the life you strive for. I'm Xochitl Rodriguez. I'm your host. Let's dive in. Welcome to ATO Unfiltered. Today we are celebrating because we have our own studio, and today it's a special episode. You know that the episodes at ATO Unfiltered are usually about people or some of our employees that have aspire, thrive, and overcome. But today we have a special episode because we have a representative from ATO that is here to tell us about the services that ATO offers and also how do people get the help that they need. So welcome to the studio, Paige Dustmann.
Thank you.
Paige, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes, so I am master social worker. I have worked with children in the school settings for over 20 years. I became a part of the ATO family 2 years ago. And what I really have been blessed with is being behind a company that services community as a whole. So being able to work with not only the adult or the child, but as a family as a whole to help support and meet their needs.
Okay, so let's get into the meat of our episode today. Can you tell us what does ATO stand for, first of all, and the initials, and then what does ATO do?
So ATO stands for Aspire, Thrive, and Overcome, and that's what we want to do through our skills training and through our case management. So we want to meet the client who can be anywhere from 3 years old all the way through adulthood, and to meet them where their needs are. What are some of their challenges? And with that, we have mental health targeted case management. Mental health targeted case management services are offered. What does that mean? That is the skills training. That is the medication management. We also have a psychiatrist that is able to prescribe medication. When we talk about skills training, what does that really look like? That looks like helping them with anger management, communication skills, whatever some of the barriers are. And it can be from a school setting to the home and in the community that they're offered in.
Okay. So you mentioned community. What does that mean?
So when we talk about community, that we want to meet our clients where they are. We know that there could be some challenges for them to come to us. So it could be that we have our services in the home. They could be in the school, depending on what the skill is. It could be, say, we're working on money management, and it could go out and going into a grocery store and helping that client learn about what to purchase and budgeting and what the costs are.
Okay, very good. So I know you mentioned some of the things and some of the lingo I'm very familiar with just because I've been here at ATO for some time too. So I know you mentioned skills management, you mentioned behaviors in the schools and things like that, but you also mentioned mental health case management, yes?
Yes.
Can you tell us what that is?
So mental health case management, we're able to do routine case management. What does that look like? That could be support with housing. It could be support with skills for employment, helping write a resume, how to look for a job, support in transportation. And then there's also intensive case management. And that depends on the level of care of what the client's needs are. The most important part of our services is we want to keep our clients out of being hospitalized. So if somebody might be in crisis, that is what we're trying to prevent. So that more intense case management services to help them.
Okay. So I know that you mentioned, I believe you mentioned QMHPs, if not I know that we have QMHPs, but I'm going to paint you a picture. For example, there's a 10-year-old kid who is in, I think, fourth, fifth grade, that's having issues at school. And the family, the mom or the guardian reaches out to ATO because the kid is constantly in the principal's office. He's being, calling for discipline and things like that. So walk us through the process of the mom or the guardian calling ATO and saying, hey, can you guys help us? What will be that process? Can you walk us through that?
Absolutely. So if somebody would like services, they can either call. We can do enrollment right over the phone. We also have a website, ATO Overcome, and there is a link that you can click in your information, and we would be able to follow up with you. But what does the enrollment entail? So we service families, children, and adults that are insured through Medicaid. And when we verify the benefits, then we do an enrollment. We connect our client with a clinician, which could be a social worker, an LPHA, and they do an assessment with the QMHP, and then they come up with a treatment plan. This process takes 3 to 4 days with getting that assessment scheduled and held. And then the QMHP gets to start working their magic and supporting the family and that client.
Excellent. How does that support look like? Like you mentioned the community, so the QMHP can go to the clients' homes, and can they go to the school? Can they work with the school counselor, with the administrators in the school? Can the QMHP, like who can the QMHP work so we can support this 10-year-old?
Right. So through the treatment plan, it's a holistic approach. So we want everybody to be involved, and that child and the LAR is part of that plan too. So whoever they would like to be a part of it, that's where the communication really stems from. So services are held at the home, talking to the parent to see how are things going, how are things at school, going to the school, talking to the teacher. If there's administrators involved, how are things going? Let them know what you're working on. If they have some things that they could see that could be more supportive at school, start working on those as well, so they don't have any barriers in any environment.
So one of the great benefits that I see of ATO is that we have the QMHP has the ability to work with the parents, because I am a parent myself, and I know that a lot of the times I also need that support and that guidance about how to help my kids, either with behavior or academics or anything that is going on like that at the school or even the community or with the siblings. I know, my kids are older now, but the siblings fight all the time. It's, at home, and that's normal. But how, as a parent, we can support it and control it, or just make sure that they get along. The QMHP has the ability to work with the entire family in that holistic approach of ATO. So you mentioned that the client has to have Medicaid. Any other qualifications that they need to be able to be serviced by ATO?
Yes. So for our children that are 3 to 17, any diagnosis that they have, mental health diagnosis. For adults, there are 4 mental health diagnoses for them to be able to receive services.
Okay. And so are services different for children and for adults? Like, how does that compare?
I don't know if I can answer. Could they just do case management for adults and crisis? Okay. Yeah. I didn't know what else.
Yeah, for adults, they can help them more with housing needs, transportation,
Yeah, for servicing adults, they receive case management. So it's that assistance with the housing, with transportation, seeking employment, helping fill out application, budgeting, life skills to help them be successful.
Yeah, can I get that? Can I get one of those? Excellent. Also, I know that we're community-based. ATO is a community-based organization. So how does ATO get involved in the community? And does it work with any other organizations to support?
Yeah, so we network with other school districts.
Okay.
We go in and as some people get their services in those schools, as we mentioned. But if schools are having fairs, we're at those fairs. We're at the back to school drives and just meeting their families, introducing our services to see who is interested in that. And we also network with different nonprofits. One of the nonprofits is Nateway, that has a wide range of resources that is able to support our families with as well, whether it's for food assistance, hygiene, array of different products.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about, I know you mentioned crisis, and I want to ask, what is it what is a crisis? What does it entail? And how does ATO support a crisis?
Yeah. So really, our services are meant to Our services are to prevent crisis. So we want to prevent anybody to be hospitalized. But there are some circumstances where somebody may feel a danger to themselves or to others, and hospitalization may be needed. And if it comes to needing that type of care, we have our clinicians, so our licensed professionals who are available 24 hours a day to do the assessment to see what level of care that they need. And if hospitalization is needed, then that is, or if it's just a change in their treatment plan to help eliminate the need to be hospitalized.
Okay. So, so we do have a crisis line, which is also in our website, in the website, ATO website. So you can find it there if there's anything, if you have any questions about that. But also, in the beginning, you mentioned medication management, and then you mentioned also psychiatry. So let's talk about those two services, because I know they're different. So let's talk about those.
So we do have a psychiatrist that meets with our clients once a month and evaluates their care. And if prescription is needed to be prescribed, they're able to do that and then manage monthly. And then there's also medication management. So that is understanding when to take your medication. What are side effects of the medication you're taking? What are some other maybe over-the-counter medications that could impact the medication that's prescribed for you? And how does that impact your success? I don't say that to cut that part out.
How does that support your health?
How does that support your health?
Yes. But psychiatry is done by a psychiatrist who is a actual doctor, and then medication management is done by
the QMHP.
Okay.
So QMHP, the one who's coming to the client to service them, they're able to service 4 to 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. And not only just doing the medication management, that's when they're working on the specific skills and case management if necessary. And even if they go into the home and they are only one client is assigned, right? But they work with the family as a whole. They help with the parent, whatever the barrier might be that day. As parents, we know we never know what pops up, and maybe a little overwhelmed, and we just have to talk through some things with the parent at the time of the visit as well. Just because we have one client in that home doesn't mean they can't all be clients. So everybody is able to receive our services if they have Medicaid insurance.
Okay. So tell us, we're going to move a little bit away from the services that ATO offers for our clients in the community. So what is the best part about working at ATO?
It is helping our clients be successful. So we see just them able to shine and thrive in their home environment, getting along better with their siblings, getting along better with their parents, being more successful in school and reaching their ambitions of what they have for themselves.
We do have here at ATO, we do have meetings, and we do hear about cases through either different QMHPs or either the licensed clinicians that tell us about the stories of our clients, how they set up the treatment plan and they work on the goals and how the client is succeeding and they're advancing and they're, creating their goals or reaching their goals, and then send more, because it's a journey. This being healthy and being happy and finding peace, all this is a journey. So we love hearing the stories about our clients that are being successful and how ATO impacts the community and just guides people, and living the best life possible for them. So thank you, Paige, for your time today. I really appreciate it. Did I miss anything? Did we miss anything?
No, I appreciate you having me.
Thank you. So if anybody needs help, needs assistance, if they're having issues with their life, you never know. If they have Medicaid, we might be able to help them and support them. They don't have to be seen 4 hours a day every day of the week, but they might need a little bit of support. We can help them. We will put the phone number and the website on this video so that you can write it down if anybody needs help and assistance, even if they don't have Medicaid. they can reach out to us, and we'll be able to connect them with an organization in the community that hopefully can meet their needs. But also, if you feel like you're in danger, if you feel like there's something going on or somebody you know is in danger, please reach out to either us or reach out to 911 so you can report it. But we're here to support you, to make an impact in the community, to guide you, to bring you hope. So thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you in the next episode.